Alright, today we are going to make a fidget spinner. So to start off with, we need to make sure that our setup is that our document settings are in millimeters, because we're going to be using millimeters today. We're going to create our sketch on the bottom plane, and we are going to create a circle. This circle is going to have a diameter of 22 millimeters, and this is going to hide or hold the basic size of uh, a skate bearing. However, it's not exactly 22. We need to go ahead and undo that because if we made it 22 exactly, it wouldn't fit. The bearing wouldn't fit in. So we're going to go ahead and make it 22.1 instead. And that's going to give us enough spacing, 22.1 millimeters, to fit in there appropriately. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to make a second circle. This second circle is going to be what we would actually insert a quarter or something like that into. So I'm going to go up here and I want it to be directly off the center point along the line. So I'm going to go to my center point and draw up, and you'll see that little dotted line. I don't really care the distance. We'll be modifying that later. I'm going to click in the diameter. If this is a quarter, is 24.26 millimeters. So we're going to make it a little bit bigger, 24.36. So once again, a tenth of a millimeter bigger. Now we got this, we're going to space them 30 millimeters apart. And there's a neat technique for us to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Create and Sketch Dimension. And this allows us to be exact with our dimension. So I'm going to click here. And I'm going to click here. And then I'm going to drag it out. And when I click, it's going to let me go ahead and change what the dimension here is and manually put it in. In this situation, I want it to be 30 millimeters. And when I hit Enter, it will actually adjust everything exactly for how I need it to be. Next, I'm going to need to offset these circles. So I'm going to go to the offset. I am going to choose this curve, and I'm going to offset it out by 3 millimeters. And I'm going to do the same thing for the center one. So click out by 3 millimeters. And now I am able to go ahead and I want to actually create an array around the center one. So this is the pivot point, and I have a circle of 3 around here. To do that, I am going to use my circular pattern. I am going to choose my objects, which are going to be this. Those are the only ones I'm doing. And I need to select my center point, which is going to be right here. And when I do that, I need to make sure my angular spacing is full. And I want my quantity to be 3. I can technically do as many as I want here, but I just want 3. And I click OK. Next piece I want to do is to actually connect these together. And to do this, I'm going to use an arc. So for this, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to choose my arc, and I'm going to choose a 3-point arc. And the way you do this is by selecting main piece here, the piece over here, and then the center point, and that's going to lay it together. Now that I've done this, I am actually going to mirror it. So go to Mirror. I am going to choose my object, which is just a single piece. Cancel. I want to use my circular pattern. My object is this piece right here. My center point is right here. And by doing this, it will put the whole thing together. Click OK. Bam. And I've got my shapes laid out. Now that I've got this, I am going to extrude it out. So I'm going to stop my sketch. I'm going to click everything here that I want to extrude out. This. And once again, extrude. Here. And here. And here. And here. Here. And here. And I'm going to extrude this 7 millimeters. Now that I've got this, I'm going to make it just a little bit fancier, and I'm going to put a fillet on it. So I'm going to choose everything in here, making sure that all of the areas are selected. All my faces. including the interiors. Yep, this is all selected, and I'm going to do it to a 1 millimeter amount. When I click that, there I go. I've got a beautiful fidget spinner that I can 3D print out, put a skateboard truck. I can put a skateboard bearing right here and 3/4 right in here, and they will all friction set and work.